Hello, Collective. My name's Moriah with Moriah Spirit Tarot, here to do our full moon reading for the full moon in Capricorn. I hope this reading is finding you well. Let's dive into the cards. Full moons are about releasing, so this more than likely is going to be about what's being revealed to you as the full moon gets closer, which, it's going to 2 days, right? What must you release to lighten the load? What are you ready to commit to? What support is there for us from spirit, and where are we going after this new moon, after this full moon? Where are we being led to? Now, I am feeling a little bit of, I got to tell you, I just did the Aries reading, and it was fiery and lit and full of energy, and this Capricorn full moon at reading, as I tapped in, immediately brought me back down to earth. Like I was fiery and lit and ready to go with Aries, right? And now the full moon energy, as I've tapped into that, is more grounded, more stable. Feeling much more in my body right now. So we'll take that as it resonates for whoever else is with me. All right. Ancient Stones decided they wanted to be our oracle cards for today. I'm just going to shuffle them quickly. We will let them fly, see what they have to say first. We will then use the Cosmic Tarot, because it's a moon reading. So we will use my Cosmic Tarot. Might pull a moon card as well at the end, just to see what we get. Not quite sure if that's where I get led, but we'll see. Of course, if I do need to clarify, I will be using the Rider-Waite to clarify anything that we may need clarification on. All right, and I usually don't pull clarifiers. I know, I'm not a normal. Unless I really absolutely need more information. All right, so what is this full moon revealing? What's the energy of the full moon? Wow, the stone's got a lot to say today. All right. So we got the egg stone, feminine power, embodiment, and fertility at the bottom of the deck. So we're birthing something, but we got to let go of some things first. That's what the full moons are about. All right. So I'm just taking a look here. We got quite a few. Just taking a look, setting them out in the order that they came out so that I can make sense of them. Okay. So we have weather the storms, let it change you, embrace the unexpected. And we got the volcano, relationships, express, don't stagnate. Wow, just ran my fingers through my hair and I made a mess. Oh, wow. Not forgotten, message from spirit, unbroken connection. Live the question, open your mind, curiosity, live into it. May need some healing, so the healing stones are here. Tenderness, care, gentleness, and nourishment. The overall one that came out, the one that came out last, and that's the one I always take as the overall of the message of the reading when it gives me multiples like this. The multiples are supports, okay? But this is the card I really, 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 really want to focus on. It's called Be the Mountain. Slow and steady foundations and patience, which I believe is what this Capricorn moon is telling us to do. Okay, Capricorn is all about earth. It's an earth sign. It is considered the mountain. Okay, not unlike Taurus, which Taurus is fixed. So Taurus is the bull, right? But Capricorn is also that really strong earth energy. Determination, grit, a little bit of stubbornness. Be the mountain. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. All right, so I did come up with some questions that we already went over. So let's dive into those. I'm going to give the deck a shuffle here. And let's see what the full moon is revealing for us today. So far, we've got Be the Mountain. Slow and steady, foundations and patience. Okay. All right, Spirit. What is this full moon revealing for the collective that I am resonating with today? Those that are watching my video. What is this full moon in Capricorn revealing? Okay. Yeah. Patience, take your time. Some burdens are getting laid down. A wish is getting fulfilled. Somebody's spoiled for choices. But slow and steady wins the race, you guys. Knight of Pentacles. Can't make this shit up. I promise you I cannot. Capricorn saying, yeah, take your time. No hurry here. No need to hurry. Because you've already laid down the burdens with the 10 of Wands. You're done. Just done. Carrying everybody's shit. That's what we're releasing. That's what this full moon is revealing, that we are so done with everybody's shit. Spirit's got a wish fulfillment for you with the 9 of Cups. So good on you. Revealing what that wish fulfillment is. You just got to grab it. And some of you are trying to make a decision. And you have so many options. Go within. Figure it out. We got the 7 of Cups. All right. So we already pulled the 10 of Wands, guys. So that's that burdens card. That's what are we carrying that we no longer need to carry. So what must we release to lighten the load? What must we release to lighten the load? Okay. You gave me quite a few cards on this one. So what must we release to lighten the load? Spirit gave us the Tower. Let's find out about that. With the Tower, we also have the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. That's 2 7s already, you guys. 77 may mean something to somebody. 7s may mean something to somebody. 7 of Pentacles is that inner looking back over your work. Is what I'm doing worth it? Do I scrap the whole thing or do I move on to mastery? You know, do I make the choice? It's one of those, you know, just looking over what you've done. Okay. We have the 6 of Swords. So I think we're going to be okay from the Tower. Okay, but the Tower is going to be, you know, I'm getting off that. It's just this illumination. This, if you look at this Tower card, it's not really stormy. It doesn't look like it's crumbling. It just looks like it's lit up under a eclipse full moon, right? And it just looks like it's lit up. Like this is an epiphany we're getting. This is light getting shed on the situation. Whatever your situation is, you're going to know. Okay. we get the Four of Pentacles. And so we're working on building a stronger foundation, right? Working on, but we have choices to make. Maybe it's in our job, in our work, and the type of work we do. Maybe it's in the hours we put in at work. Maybe it's in, how we can balance work and play, But this is that urge under this Capricorn moon that whatever we're releasing, whatever we're letting go of to lighten the load, needs to also resonate with the building of the solid foundation. You guys. So whatever this Tower is doing, it is bringing in the Fool. So a brand new start. Brand new start. And the Ace of Pentacles. So this is all about, when you decide to release whatever it is you're releasing this full moon, completely let it go. Okay? One of the visuals I use now, don't get mad at me. Okay? I know that, we've changed our stance on helium balloons and what they do to the birds and what they do to the environment, and I get it. Okay? But I'd like you to envision yourself with a red balloon. This is imaginary. Okay? Or whatever color balloon you want. I don't care. I use a red one. A red balloon on a yellow ribbon. You can choose whatever color ribbon you'd like too. But this is one of the visuals I use when I'm releasing something. Because I think so many of us release and try to hold on to the ribbon. Okay? We try to hold on to it so we can bring it back in case we change our mind. No, when we release something, we really need to just release it. So you let go of the ribbon and the balloon floats away. And you can watch it float away. In fact, I usually watch it float away and wish it well and, hope it finds its way. When I'm releasing something, this is just the visual that I use. You feel free to use it. Or, whatever else it may be that you need to do to help you understand that when we release things, we completely let them go and we don't worry about the outcome. We leave that up there. We don't worry about it. Okay? We just release it and let it go. And eventually we can't even see it anymore. Right? That's what releasing during a full moon is. Those things that we know that we can let go of finally and let them go. Bye. You can go now. Don't need you anymore. 99 left balloons. Red balloons, right? All right. Well, that's that question. All right, Spirit, what is the collective ready to commit to? Once they release, now what are they ready to commit to? No, we're not doing a whole book of cards. Okay. What's the collective ready to commit to? All right. All right, so we got the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands totally facing away from each other. Okay, the King of Cups. So, King of Cups is emotionally stable, well-grounded, well-rounded, knows what he wants. Queen of Wands, she's definitely passionate, fiery, does not care what anyone thinks of her or her decisions. And I think that's the energy that Capricorn kind of likes. I do. I mean, besides the Pentacles energy, I think Capricorn really likes the fiery, decision maker, the one that's not hesitant, knows exactly what she wants, goes after it. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles showing up in what you're ready to commit to. And that's that almost Empress. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is the energy of I've mastered my craft. I have enough for myself. I have a little to give. I'm going to give what I can. And I'm going to keep building on what I've already built. I'm going to keep going. But in order to commit to that, keep going, you may have to be in Hanged Man position. So you may have to, oh Lord, I'm going to have to put some stars on this card. Pardon me while I do that real quick here. My goodness. Didn't even realize. All right. We got a star on the card now. I'm not going to show any nudity anymore. Sorry about that, YouTube. All right. And delicate souls that can't handle a little nudity. But anyway, here we go. Hanged Man. Hanging there. Getting illuminated. Different perspectives. So this full moon is asking you to look at things from a different perspective when it comes to what you're ready to commit to. So think it over and go within. And the High Priestess shows up. No ceiling above her head. She's not going to stop. High Priestess to me is that person who is not afraid of the unknown. Okay, is completely comfortable in her shadow. Uses the energy of her shadow because her shadow is under her dominion. Has tamed her shadow. And is not afraid to step into the unknowns. Okay? So what you're committing to here is having the strength, the emotional, with the King of Cups, the emotional alignment, with the Queen of Wands, the passion and the desire, the Pentacles showing up, the Earth energy showing up, Hanged Man here, hanging out, and the Queen, and the High Priestess. When you're ready to commit, you're ready to commit there, Cappies. Full Moon and Capricorn Collective. You may be a Capricorn. I don't know. Full Moon and Capricorn. What support is rising for the collective from this full moon? What support? Well, we definitely got newness coming in here after this full moon. We got the Ace of Wands with Judgment. So Ace of Wands tells me that there's a new desire, thought coming in that's going to be in balance. Judgment is all about making wise decisions. So that's telling me that this isn't a decision that's going to be made wise or without wisdom. Might be passionate, might be desirable, but it's going to be made with wisdom. To the Eight of Cups, when somebody's walking away from something, okay, then yep, I'm not doing that anymore. And that's exactly what we're supposed to do on full moon energies. Release what no longer serves you. Walk away. Okay? You may have to make some decisions. You know, these twos. The thing that's interesting to me is we have another 7 showing up. And we have the 7 of Wands, which is standing up for yourself. Okay? So you're going to have the strength to stand up for yourself. But that's 777 now. in our collective read. Which one's missing? Which one's missing? Swords is missing. Well, that's kind of nice. Okay, swords is missing, but, you know, be warned. There may be some lies and deceit going on. But Seven of Swords is missing, so. And where is this moon guiding the collective? Where is this moon going to lead to? I see this moon bringing in more intuition. More truth. Yeah, more truth coming in with the Page of Swords. Okay, pages are new too. Okay, they're the young ones of the higher minor arcanas. So curiosity, truth, intuition, starting to play with the intuition. We have the 8 of Wands here. That's an incoming message, coming in fast, coming in quick, coming in hot. And, you know, with the Page, there's our air energy, you guys. Page of Swords. And then we also have the 6 of Cups. So the 6 of Cups is another card of balanced emotions. But it can also be the looking back card to see what no longer serves us. What can we release? What can we get rid of over this full moon? Wow, I love this reading, you guys. I think we've done a good job of figuring out what's going on over the full moon. We need to release some things. We need to be slow and steady. Build our foundation. Solid foundation. Have patience with yourself. Okay? Be ready to release anything that doesn't serve you. Use the full moon's energy to do that. That's what it's good for. All right, you guys. That's it. That's all I got. I hope you have a really wonderful full moon in Capricorn. Like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Comment if this resonated with you. I'll see you next time, beautiful souls.